Well, you've seen some history, Donald. I'll say that for sure. And your time in the service, you served during a critical time in the history of America, and you folks are now referred to as the greatest generation, and a lot of us can understand why.
Well, I did. I was involved in the invasion of Normandy, and I have this thing on my vest here. That arrowhead means here on the invasion, and
you had a chance to return to Normandy since those days?
Oh yes, we went. My second wife and I went over there at the 40th anniversary of D-Day, and they had a big ceremony on Utah Beach. That was the beach that I went in on, and they were reviewing all the parades going on there, and in the reviewing stand we could see the people in there, and there were 11 heads of state in that reviewing stand, Ronald and Nancy Reagan, and Queen Elizabeth and Margaret Thatcher, and the President of France, Mitterrand, and the King of Norway, the King of Sweden, and the Queen of the Netherlands. And there were, like I say, 11 heads.
You have an active and a very good memory. You mind asking, what is your age?
95.
Just 95. Well, I'll tell you what.
Be 96 in July.
Well, congratulations. And you look wonderful. And it's terrific to hear your recollection of some of these monumental times in American history. What about coming up as a kid in Decatur, Texas? Was that just life in the country?
Well, I was born on my mother and dad had a farm down there just north of Boyd on the river, and that's where I was born. And I moved there when I was 20 months old, and I can never remember living on the farm, but I remember moving to town, and that was a couple of years after I need 16, and I went to the first grade here in Decatur, and when I was in the first grade, I was 6 years old. That would have been 1920, and then I went on through high school and went through Decatur Baptist College. And one time while I was in high school, I saw Amelia Earhart come over in her auto gyro on her way out west, I forget where she was going. She stopped at Ranger, Texas, and filled up at our gasoline plant out there, the Lone Star gasoline plant is where she filled up, and that's written in there. Her flight is written in there, one of the histories of our company.
Well, when she flew over, did she tip her wings at you?
No, all I know is where she came over is right almost. I was on high school grounds, and she was just south of it. And Sammy Renshaw lives down there just south there. I told him she flew over their house.
Were y'all the Decatur Eagles back then?
Right, and I was number 8 on the football team.